Good evening, MAT 6320. This is Paula Frank, and I'm going to be showing you my technology, Powtoon. Rather than me talking to you about it, I'm actually going to show you a finished Powtoon that's going to describe what this technology is, how it works, and what it does. Okay, that's a Powtoon showing you what it is, how it works, and what it looks like. Coming over here to this next tab, you'll see that I've opened up Powtoon.com, and I've already signed up back in April, so I'm going to click on Login. And when it brings me to the login page, you're going to get the choice that you can sign up under your LinkedIn account, a Google Plus account, a Facebook account, or simply creating your own username and password and signing up down here underneath the sign up. So I'm going to click on the F because that's how I originally signed up, and then it brings you to what Powtoon calls the dashboard. And on the dashboard you'll see all your finished Powtoons or Powtoons works in progress. But what I've taught my students in the computer class is that the first time the person uses Powtoon, they're going to want to go here to the tutorials page. And under the tutorials page, you're going to see little 1-minute, 2-minute videos that are actually Powtoons that were filmed on how to use Powtoon. So all of my classes watched all of these little videos rather than me telling them about it. Once they watched it, they came back to their dashboard, and we went straight to the Create button. And then I want my students to be as creative as possible, so rather than choose a ready-made template, what I had them do is choose a blank template from scratch, and they click on the plus button. If that's the one they want, they click on Edit, and then it opens up yet another tab to where you're over here in the actual workspace that almost looks like a PowerPoint workspace with the drag and drop features when it opens up. With the screencast going, it is a little slower, but when you don't have a screencast going, this is almost immediate. So then here's our little workspace, and it's going to give you a minimum of 3 slides. You can add more slides here, you can copy slides, duplicate slides, you name it. 30 seconds is the default start time, and the tutorials go over this. And then these are all the different things. If it says animated, you just drag and drop, and you'll see the guy actually moving here. You can flip him and that kind of stuff. Then you can add your words and type in for a PowerPoint. Once the students are done, back up. Nice feature about this is that it saves automatically, but they can also click Save to save. They can import their own images, they can import their own sounds, or use ready-made sounds. And then finally, when they're done, I've created a secured YouTube account channel for them, and they export their Powtoons then to YouTube for the class to be able to use it. So how can content teachers use Powtoon? If I was a science teacher, I could have my students do a science Powtoon, or if I was a science teacher that I didn't want my students to do a Powtoon, I could actually go to YouTube, put in the keyword Powtoon and what I'm looking for and see if if a Powtoon has already been made up. And then I can just play this then in my class. And it goes through the water cycle. And you'll see down here that this Powtoon is actually 2 minutes 32 seconds. If I was a social studies teacher, I could do a Powtoon search for whatever I'm talking about, see if it's already made up, or have my students make up an actual social studies Powtoon for me to display in the class. If I'm a math teacher, there's math ones. And finally, my area, if I'm the lovely social media / computer teacher, I can actually make a Powtoon about my literacy specialty and teach that. Powtoon has their own YouTube channel that you can watch their Powtoons and also favorited to learn more information about Powtoon. You can use Powtoon to create language arts. I forgot to show you that one earlier. And then finally, about my little thing is that if you don't want your students going to YouTube, Powtoons can be embedded into any website that you've created that you allow for embedding. So I've got my blog spot here that I've started loading Powtoons, and this is what I'll be using this coming school year. So that's a little bit about Powtoon. If you have any questions, I'm here for your answers.